Gauteng. Police in the province have called for calm amid the ongoing protests over water outages in Westbury in Johannesburg. City officials and Joburg Water are expected shortly to give an update on the system as well as measures to deal with the shortages. Sitheliswa Beja is in Westbury and joins us now live. The Joburg Water and the Mayor Sitheliswa are about to address that media briefing, which we're looking forward to. What are residents on the ground saying about what they may or may not say?
A very good afternoon to you, Vuyo. What I can tell you right now is that the frustration has not changed. The residents here in Coronationville as well as Westbury are still frustrated over, the 8 consecutive days of no water supply, mentioning that what they feel is the fact that they feel that the mayor is not taking this seriously or not taking, their health into consideration. I mean, we were here in Westbury or Coronationville as early as around 5 a.m. this morning, and community members were still up in arms following, that protest yesterday, and still saying that this is literally not fair on them and their kids and their state of health as well, and saying that they want Dada Morero, the city of Johannesburg mayor, to come and address them personally, saying that the deployment of police is irrelevant in this case, and saying that the police have handled the situation as though they are criminals, and essentially what they want is the attention of the Joburg mayor as well as Joburg Water to cure the situation or to manage the situation. As you understand that there have been in the past 8 years inconsistent water supply, but that has been through a throttle system where there was a switch on and switch off of water, but now it's gone 2 weeks without water. And some of the things that they are complaining about, Bravoyo, is the fact that there is a squatter camp just nearby, which is called Slovo Park, that has sufficient water, whereas those residents there are not paying for that water. It has dribbled down now also, Vuyo, to the houses nearby. We earlier on went into one of the residents' home where we saw quite a shocking state of living, where we saw a sewer that has blocked into one of the community members' backyard. And so you can imagine that lady has a 2-year-old son. So you can imagine just, the health, compromising situation of their health that they are into. So I do have a couple of guests with me. But before I speak to some of them, I just want my cameraman to pan over to my right over here, just to show you that the situation is still, Vuyo, is still under control. We do have the deployment of the South African Police Service. On the main road, we had seen the JMPD trying to control the situation. Earlier on, some of the members that were here, the Operation Dudula members, they were also present in support of what is happening here in Westbury and Coronation. I'm going to speak now to my guests just to let me take us through what you guys have to go through on a daily basis because of the situation of no water.
You know what, my sister, this thing is very serious because as you can see, there's a lot of elderly people here, right? So our people don't have water, so they can't use the toilet, they can't wash. The people can't wash the dishes. We can't do anything because there's no water. You know what I say? I say you can put off the lights, but you can't put off the water. Mm-hmm. So now the problem that we're having here is here, as you can see here in Coronationville, there's people, they are paying for water, but they don't have access to water. But there's a squatter camp here next to Coronationville. They have water there. So it's totally unfair. And most of those people there, they don't pay water. Yeah. Do you understand? So, especially, and the other thing is what I want to say is, we want the mayor to come here and address the people. Because we as the people, we have questions that he needs to answer. They mustn't send the police commissioner here. There was other guy here yesterday of the parliament, but they don't come with the answers. We want answers. The people wants to know when is the water gonna come back on, so these things can stop. Because really now, even me, I'm tired now. I've had enough of this, and now the whole police, they are coming here for things like this, but for right things they can't come. You understand? I mean, here people are shooting here. They are dying here. Yesterday they started shooting the people with rubber bullets. We had an incident here where young men were shot there, and I mean they didn't even respond to that. You understand? So I mean vir die regte goedes, hulle kan nie opspring soos hulle nou baie is en goedes doen oor die saak nie. But for small things, they jump for, like, I mean, like, this is, I mean, I know the protests and whatever, but this is it's a need, it's an essential need. It's more than 2 weeks that our people is going without water here. You can't even go without water a month. And the people is right, not, I mean, 2 weeks is too long. How is the people gonna say, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. That was Martin Luther King, who was also one of the community members. I'm quickly going to bring in Soraya Khan, who's also one of the frustrated community members. Please tell us about what you then, use to provide water for yourself and your family.
Because there's no water, you can't do anything at home. And it is so frustrating because there's only empty promises being made. And we are tired of these promises that they can't fulfill. You know, the politicians come in, but this thing of this week is not about politicians. It's not a political thing. It's a thing of the community. We don't want politicians to come and say what they want to say. We want people to hear us, to hear our voices. We are crying for water. We want water in our taps. We don't want Jojo tanks and the water tanks. Everybody is aware of the water mafia, and we are tired. We don't want that water. That water is dirty, and that water will make us sick. It's contaminated water. We want water from our taps. There are old people, there are sick people. They cannot carry water with the water buckets. Look at the old age. Huh? How must that people come from the stairs down, get water and take it up again? People are not considerate about the colored people. We had enough. We want water in our taps. Genoeg is genoeg. Genoeg is genoeg. We are tired of this. Enough is enough. We are tired of this. We just want water. We want water in our taps. Please hear our voices. We want water in our taps. Because we're going to take this thing further. We heard that Dada's on his way. I hope he's on his way. Because everything they say, it's a lie. We don't believe those lies about what they say. Every time a story. We only believe when we see them.
What would be some of the things that you would expect or want to hear from the mayor today, if he were to come?
If he's coming, we want to hear when are they going to switch on the water? Because we as a community, we know that there's nothing wrong with the water. The infrastructure, they create problems for the water mafia to come in. There's nothing wrong. The mayor must just tell us that we're going to switch on the steps tomorrow or tonight.
We also saw earlier on, kids that were also part of this protest, and that essentially means that they did not go to school. I think the greatest concern that we've heard today is that matriculants are going to be preparing to write their exams. What's your take on that? Simply by the fact that they're going to be missing out on school because, of the situation of no water at schools.
Can he come in there because he's transporting school children?
So what we've been doing is, with regards to the school children, anyone that's doing school transportation, we do allow them to take the kids to school and to come back into the community. We also allow the medical staff to come in and to go back out. So the only thing, like everybody else said, is we want water. Regarding the matriculants, we don't object, we don't obstruct them, we allow them to move freely as they should because we believe that education is key. But like the community has said, everyone just wants a solution to the problem. Give us water and all of this is going to stop. That's all.
Your take on the provincial commissioner acknowledging the fact that this is a peaceful protest, even though there were some community members that got injured yesterday when they were shot at by police using rubber bullets.
So what happened is that it was a peaceful protest. The only thing that sparked the issue is that community members was frustrated and the police was intimidating the community members. I mean, as you can see, there's no one that's initiating violence. There's no one that that is intimidating or threatening the police or anything. The only thing that the people want to hear is that the mayor is coming and that he's coming with a solution and the taps are going to be opened up.
With a positive feedback. The thing is what I want to say is, I want to tell you that, I mean, there's a friend of mine at the mosque. I want to say that he decided to build a borehole there, which is some help to the people. My concern is, we're talking about the kids going to school. Yeah. The principal has to send the kids home. Why? If those kids use that toilet, I said it before and I'm going to say it again, it's unsanitary. If those kids get sick, hey, who's going to be responsible? Hey? And the thing is the kids are losing out on their schoolwork. If these kids are going to fail at the end of the year, because unfortunately we had to stand up and fight for what we believe in. Right?
We don't have a choice.
It's not to say that we want to burn down buildings and things like that, like in the so-called other areas. Right? We are a peace-loving nation, but don't mess with us, because we have to stand up for our rights. Right? Because now what happens? Like, I mean, I was making a joke with my neighbors. I love it at a place called BK Reed Village. My father and our parents fought for this country during World War II. Queen Elizabeth had that flats built for the ex-servicemen. I was making a joke with my neighbors now the other day. Right? I said, this is like a Karate Kid movie. Right? Why? Water on, water off. Eventually, no water. So what? The people are becoming frustrated. There by us where I live. Look, I'm a senior citizen. Hey? There's a whole lot of senior citizens there. Yeah. So these people ask us, who's going to help us with water? These youngsters, you call them, don't you want to help out, auntie? How much are you going to pay us? Hey? Yeah. Like I said, the mosque here, this guy took the initiative, and I'm sure a lot of people are grateful for what he did. But I mean, it was servicing Coronation World area to a certain extent. But now he has to service all the other areas, which is, I mean, fine. The people appreciate it. But I mean, that did help. Yeah. But now we need water to flow to the different areas, including Westbury and Coronation World. Right?
So there's also, just as a parting shot here, there's also another fact, is the fact that your local councillor is not around. I believe that you guys said she's on leave. Your take on that, her absence, you know, in this great time where you need her assistance?
So there has been someone that has been put in her place while she's on leave. But for us as residents, all that we want is answers. So when we raise our questions and when we make our points and we send it to the relevant people, we as residents, we don't get the answers that we are looking for. So the absenteeism is a continuous thing. It's not just a thing that is from now. It is a thing that is coming on for a very long time. Since 2019. So whenever something like this happens, or it sparks, or whatever's happening, whenever we address certain individuals with certain questions, there's no answers that come to the community. And that is why the community is frustrated. And that is why the community decided to stand up and to protest. But like I said, it has been a peaceful protest.
Yeah. So, but do you have faith in, you know, the resolution of this water issue that has spanned over 8 years?
When the mayor comes, we're going to address him, we're going to hear what he says, and then we're going to take it from there. But like I said earlier, the main thing that we want to hear is that the water is going to be switched on, there's water going to be flowing in our taps, and there is going to be a constant flow.
And we also know they are going to be technical. Remember, we are not engineers, we are not plumbers. So they're going to speak that kind of language. But we don't want to hear all of those kind of things. We want to hear that today we're getting water, or otherwise tomorrow we'll take the streets again and we'll escalate this thing. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Pravi, just one more bite.
Yeah, and the other thing is, the people that was arrested during this protest, they must be released. And you know why all these things is happening, why things went so far. It's because of one simple thing, there's no water. And now the other thing is, my sister, look how the children, they are now not at school. Even the high school, the young children, they are not at school now. So now what are they doing? They are joining this protest now. And now we as big people, we are here for the right reasons, not to loot and not to break in shops and things. But now the young kids, because they are bad influenced, they are now being you understand, driven by big people. They are being led wrongly and being told to no, go and loot, go and do these things. And we're not here for that, my sister.
Yeah.
But now we don't have a choice because there's no water. We have to do this. But all I want to say is we're doing this for the right reasons. We're not doing it for all that reasons. So all I'm asking, I'm pleading with the government, please, you are failing us. To me now, it's like you don't know what you are doing. Even this police, they are all useless. I'm sorry to say that, but they are useless. So please, just give our people water and all these things will end. Because they are going to loot shops. These things isn't going to stop. The people, we are taking a vow now to, we won't stop until the taps runs with water. We'll keep on because we don't have a choice. The children must go back to schools, but they can't go to schools because there's no water. Now they're catching on nonsense here in the WhatsApp. We don't condone those things.
As peaceful as can be.
Yes. Yeah, we are doing
Well,
this peacefully.
Ravi, quite, a lot of moving parts in that, but their greatest concern certainly is, the wellness of, the kids. As you'd understand that the kids did not go to school today. At school, they can't flush toilets and they can't drink water. And also the criminality that is often associated or, criminals that often take chances in this kind of situations or in these kinds of protests. The residents saying that they are tired of empty promises. We saw multiple placards earlier on from community members saying that they don't need promises, they need water. And they are not, quite optimistic that the city of Johannesburg mayor will bring them news that will be satisfactory, and saying that essentially they are going to continue with the peaceful protest until they have water coming out of their taps. Ravi.
Sitheliswa Beja, live from Westbury in Johannesburg, as of course the residents of the city wait to hear from the mayor of Johannesburg, Dada Morero, as well as Joburg Water about what they are going to do about the situation, not only in Westbury, but also in other parts of Johannesburg. We're waiting for that briefing. It was scheduled to start at 3 o'clock, but still hasn't started.